Hello and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn and this is the reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. So, what is happening for Pisces this month? I don't like this. Is the reason for the suffering. Okay. Okay, so I don't like this. Oh, okay. At the center of your reading is the Whip card, which is the indication of arguments, disagreements, and conflict. And also suffering, right? This is in the confines of a relationship, whether this be a marriage, whether this be some sort of contract or contractual obligation. The suffering and the argument and the dispute is due to some sort of contractual obligation between you and this female. So this female could be you. This could be the person that you're dealing with. This card is Taurian energy, but it's also an indication of someone who could be like in the medical field. Or her Venus might be in Taurus. And so this is an indication of some type of money situation going on. And so there's going to be some sort of revelation about this woman. The key and the woman card are indication that this woman can kind of be nosy, or just like she's just all up in your business a little bit. And so that might be the result or the reason why you are having some conflicts with her, and kind of like in a space where you might have made some sort of contractual obligation or promise to her, and now it's like everything is kind of like upside down, right? Because of this revelation. Some of you are leaving yourself open. If you are the woman in this reading, you're leaving yourself open to abuse or I don't want to say mistreatment, but criticism from this woman who is nosy. So they might be kind of like spying on you or spying on your life and overly criticizing you. And so that criticism is really kind of like hurtful to you. And so it feels like it kind of like shifts the dynamics of like the relationship. You might be in a space where you are leaving yourself open to this type of criticism from this person due to the fact that you made some sort of agreement or arrangement or promise or have some sort of contractual obligation to do so. And as a result, you might feel like you're suffering because of it. So let's see what the cards have to say about the current situation for Pisces. Cancer. I don't know why I keep saying Cancer. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer. I don't know. What is the current situation for Pisces? What is the current situation? Okay. So we have the Tower, right? And we have the Hangman. So a lot of this is like divine timing, right? The Tower card is a difficult card for anybody when they see it in a reading because it feels like your whole life is kind of like shaken up, right? Please excuse me. I'm recovering from COVID. But yeah, so The Tower card is an indication that there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of shifting in your life happening, foundational shifts. So people might be removed from your life, situations might be removed from your life, you might have to move your house. Like it really is a foundational shift, which means that your life is going to basically change. So spirit is coming in to kind of like shake things up and to remove places, people, and situations from your life that are not built on a solid foundation. Giving you the opportunity to have a situation that is built on something solid, that will last and that will endure. And I feel like the timing of this is going to play like a really important part in it, because I feel like this might have been something that you were thinking about before but hadn't acted on. I felt like you were kind of like waiting to act on this, and I feel like if you haven't acted on it, that spirit is going to take care of it and make sure that it happens for you. What is crossing you again is the 10 of Pentacles, which is an indication like this could be home related. Like you might, lose a home, lose the space that you live in. But it's also the fact that it's centered around like your family. So this shift could be within like your family. So it's more tied to like your family tree, or people in your family, or the place where you live. It could also just be tied to like the financial aspect of your life. Like, so you might find that you have a lot of shifts at work, things that people might be leaving. You might be leaving the place where you work and going someplace else. So there's definitely going to be a huge shift in the dynamics in your life, right? In the past, what we have for in the past, what was the past of the situation? Yeah, so again, you might have been working with someone, collaborating with someone, and that just did not work out. I feel like along with this card here, the Ring card, like I feel like this commitment to this situation is kind of like not working for you, right? So in the past, you might have been working along with someone, and it's as a result of this, you're moving into the space where spirit is removing some things out of your life. What is in Pisces' current awareness of this situation? What is Pisces' current awareness of this situation? What does Pisces currently know about this situation? What does Pisces currently know about this situation? Again, yeah, so this is a cycle that needs to kind of be ended. There's a little bit of justice that's attached to this. So if you weren't necessarily working in good favor, it looks like you might have been searching for a little bit of happiness in this commitment. And now I feel like you're in a space where you're kind of like looking over everything and just feeling like, okay, this didn't necessarily yield the results that you wanted it to yield, but there is some sort of justice attached to this. And for some of you, this could be a Libra individual that you kind of entered into some sort of contractual agreement with, or they might be the person that's kind of like at the center of this, right? In the subconscious, yeah, I feel like, so in the subconscious, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. And so this is really an indication that there might have been like a start that was supposed to happen with someone. This could be, like I said, this could be in the realm of like a relationship. So you might have walked away from someone or something. Something was kind of like revealed, and it kind of like ended a new start that you had in your life. And it really is due to feeling like that emotional aspect or the emotional component was missing with the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups, which is an indication that whatever the situation whatever the situation was, there were a lot of options and a lot of choices that you made or you had to make. And I feel like sometimes when we have a lot of choices, we sometimes pick the wrong thing because it's presented in a way where it looks more appealing than what it is. It's presented one way, but it really isn't the way that it's presented. Or we might have perceived it to be one way and it wasn't that way. And I feel like as a result of that, things ended. And so, yeah, like now you're in a state where you're kind of like reflecting about that, reflecting on the part that you played in that, and really trying to kind of like deal with a new stage in your life, because you're going through some new stages. And ultimately with the Tower card here, a lot of this stuff is going to be removed from your life to kind of like clear the field out. So what is the outcome for Pisces this month? What is the outcome for Pisces this month? Is the Eight of Swords. I feel like a lot of this is you being kind of like in a space where you are feeling like you can't make any changes in your life. Like you feel a little bit trapped, or you're going to feel a little bit trapped or feel like you're stuck. And ultimately, the thing about this card, right? The thing about the Eight of Swords is that if you look at this individual here, they feel like they're bound and they feel like they can't be free and they feel like they can't like move from the space that they're in. They feel stuck. But if they really shifted the perspective and the way that they looked at things, they would see that they can be free, because even though they have these swords around them, they're not completely surrounded by the swords, and all they have to do is remove this blinder from their eyes to really see clearly what is happening, and that they have steps to take that they might not necessarily see. So this is like a self-inflicted restriction that you're placing on yourself, right? Clarification for the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So a lot of this is just like you really just being in a space where you're just juggling, right? You're juggling your finances, really just kind of like dealing with not having enough, or you feel like you don't have enough. What's missing is like the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of this has to do with finances. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like you're trying to build something, but you want to be mindful of the contracts that you make or the agreements that you make with people, because sometimes you put yourself in a position to endure unnecessary suffering. But I feel like ultimately this month that a lot of that stuff is going to kind of be removed out of your life. Spirit is taking that away from you. Okay, so let's look at the advice cards for you guys. What is the advice for Pisces Sun? Okay, we have a card. Did I say that earlier? Divine timing. Divine timing is definitely at play here. Divine timing. Divine timing. Yeah. This is 30. Divine timing. How often do you feel that you want things in your life to change now? Not 2 years from now, not even 2 months, but right this instant. Seldom do we see the whole picture of why our lives are unfolding the way they are. We don't need to. What we need to do is surrender to the way things are right now. This does not mean to take action when a situation is untenable. What it means is to let your life unfold before you so that you have access to all the information. all the lessons and all the people you will need to go where you are headed. Divine timing is at work in the situation. Try not to fight it. Instead, go within during meditation and ask the questions you want answers to. Why not now? How can I best prepare myself? What lessons do I need to learn prior to the change I want to see? And you will get the answers that you need. Okay? So a lot of this, like I said earlier, is about divine timing. It's about not putting yourself in a situation or making agreements or contracts with people that have you feeling bound and tied to them, and ultimately suffering as a result of these contracts and obligations, and to realize that you are not necessarily bound by these contracts and obligations. You might think that you're bound by these contracts and obligations, and so that is kind of like holding you in a place where you might feel like you're suffering. And so it's really about allowing, at this point, Spirit is going to come in and kind of like remove, like I said, people, places, situations, dynamics out of your life that are not for your highest and greatest good. And so we hope that this is going to be a wonderful change for you. It's going to be a change, and it's going to be hectic. It's going to be kind of, a lot happening at once. But that's okay. Like I said, divine timing is at play here, and you can handle anything that Spirit throws your way, right? So that is the end of the reading. Thank you so much for listening. I am super congested, and I am done for the night because this COVID is kicking my ass. Please go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know how this is like kind of like playing out in your life. Share the video with a friend, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for post notifications. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.